Cool. All right. So what we wanted to do this week is this, right? I've already sent you this agenda. You want to look at the leaderboard. We have already done that. Second thing we wanted to look at is how is our new strategy working? Especially if you break down our new strategy, we talked about two things: the new target audience, which is the company by company, how is it working, and our new channel, which is basically email, and how is it working. Now, I introduced this almost like a week ago, but we started working on it 2 weeks ago. So the update on this is our email thing needs a lot of refinement. Why I have not yet rolled out to every single one of you. I'm only working with just a very handful of you. Is because this email thing, right? If we send 10 emails, 9 of them are bouncing because 9 of them are wrong emails, or the person is not anymore working there. So we needed to fix it. If we don't fix the email problem, then there is no point in giving it to you, and then you do the same mistake that we do, right? So we decided not to send it to everybody unless we fix it, right? I think that's really important. If you don't fix when I say fix, what I mean is if something is fully working and fully on, then it is okay to give it to everybody. So it is not yet working, so we are trying to fix it. Okay, so hopefully in the next couple of days the email thing can be given out to everybody. But let me tell you the actual problem also, so that you know how to take care of this. We discussed this. Our old strategy was going city by city. We started with San Francisco. We went to New York City. It works, but it's not giving the same results that we want. So instead of that, our new strategy is we are going to go company by company, right? Starting with IT services as an industry. And within IT services, we said we'll go first with IBM. Okay. And then with Oracle, and then with Accenture, and then with 60 more companies, right? So we started with IBM. Okay, so we got all. So we started with IBM. We got hold of all these 6,000 people, right? So if I have to show you where it is, it is here. So we got all the IBM things. So here, somewhere here, yeah. Yeah, I can show you, but basically, the IBM were there. But all the 6,000 people, out of the 6,000 people, when we started sending emails, 9 out of 10 emails were bouncing. As in, something was terribly wrong with the way we have, done the emailing. So we stopped sending any emails to, IBM. We are trying to find out what is the real problem over here. In the meantime, we have started with Oracle. We went and found the emails for Oracle, and I'm going to show you that. And then we'll do the same thing with Accenture, and we'll keep going company by company by company. So we will basically take a industry, take the top 50, top 60, top 100 companies within that industry, and go to each company. And when we are going to each company, we are able to show, I'm going to show you how this is going to really make a huge difference. We are going to talk to the company on a very personalized one-on-one way, because we know exactly what Oracle is doing, and we can basically tell exactly how we can help Oracle. That's a huge change from generally saying how we can help all clients, correct? Is that getting clear? Claudine, I'm going to put you on mute. You are coming back. Can you make sure that you're on mute? If you can unmute yourself if you want to ask a question, but cool. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to do that right now. this I think you guys already know. Earlier, we were only using LinkedIn and we were approaching 20,000 people per month. The new one is LinkedIn plus email. So we're going to start emailing our things. So how we're going to do it, this is what I'm thinking, guys. Okay, so play along with me. I'm not entirely, 100% sure how this whole thing is going to work, but just give me your ideas. Okay, so I've not yet done this. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I will do something like this, right? So I have found the emails of all the people, let's say in Oracle. So I've got the verified emails of the people here. So if you look at it, I've got I don't know how many people I've got. Let me check. So I'm clicking on blank, which means the people that I don't have an email for. So 1,487 clients I do not have an email out of 5,587. So just to give you a sense, I have email for around 4,000 people, right? I have email for 4,000 executives who are working for Oracle, but I do not have email for 1,487. So I was thinking that I'll do this, right? I will, initially I thought I should ask all of you to send an email, right? Instead, I'm thinking I'm going to, just stick to a few of us, right? Maybe 10 of us, or just your group leaders. And I'm going to, send this, email to all these 4,000 people, from a central location, from a central place, so that, see, imagine, right? It will take you, each one of you, it will take at least 2 to 3 minutes to do one email. I think, click, copy, paste, enter something, change the name, it'll take 2-3 minutes, So if you're talking about, let's say 10,000 emails, we are talking about, 40,000 minutes, right? 40,000 minutes. So 40,000 minutes is a lot of time. I mean, I don't know, 40,000 minutes is how many, or let's say 60,000 minutes is 1,000 hours, right? It's a lot of time. And I want to see if I can save that time so that you don't have to do this job and we can do this job, from a central location, right? That's what I thought. And then for those people for whom we do not have this email, okay, where we do not have this email, it's all empty. You can either find their email, when you are trying to connect with them, you can find their email, right? And then let's say you're trying to connect with this chap. You click on this, obviously his email will not come because you're not connected with him. But once you press the connect button, send him the first message. Once you get his contact info, once you get his contact info, you can send an email to that person that you have connected with, right? So I was thinking, for every person that you get connected with, you can send an email because you will know his email, right? And we can do the emailing, from a central place ourselves, right? So that you don't have to do, you continue to do only the LinkedIn part, and email only those that you can either find the email, or once they get connected, you can send them email. Is this clear actually to everybody? Any questions on this? It should not be clear to everybody. This is what I'm explaining is slightly complicated, so I need you to ask me. If you don't understand, just let me know. Yes, Patience.
Yeah, so Allah, just to ask a question. Sometimes once you go to the get email, you can find someone has got 2 emails. So I don't know if you're supposed to send an email for both address only, you choose one?
You know, you can send it to both. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you can send it to both. But remember this one very, very important thing. What I have done is, let's say I'll take, patients, right, as an example. So if I put patients as an example, so here is all his clients, right? So all of his clients are here. Now, patients, what you will do, patients, you will make sure that, this email sent column, can you see this email sent? I will make sure that you will only send emails to those people where this is blank. Never ever send an email to somebody. Okay, let me just take an example of this person, right? You can basically, let's say, I clicked on it, and then I say, the email sent is, where is the email sent? I will, right now it is not updated, but I will update it. So don't worry about, the fact that it doesn't have that email sent. I don't know where is that email sent. Let me find it. The email sent, where it will be, action, view all properties. But don't worry about it. When you look at it, it will be obvious and clear to you, where that email sent is. Okay, so email sent is here. I'm going to click on it. First email sent, save. Okay, so when you look at it, patients, when you look at your contacts, never send email to anybody who has been already, sent an email. So how would you know that? Right? How would you know that? You will know that because this particular field I'm showing you. So let me choose again, you patients. Right? If I choose you, the first one, oh, what happened actually? Last time when I choose something else was there. Anyway, so this one, right? This one will say email sent, patients. Okay, first email sent, or second email sent, or third email sent. So this will continuously keep saying, email sent. Obviously, it will not. It will say email sent, and there will be an email over here. Are you with me, patients? So for those people where you have something like this, okay, let's say I'll again do this example because something just, let's say one, no, just as an example, this I'll just see if I can delete it. So edit, email sent, is first email sent, update. Okay, I mean, this is just a thing that I'm just showing you. Okay, so I have not yet sent an email to these people, but it will be like this. Once I start sending emails to 1,000 people or 4,000 people, when patients you log in, you will see like this, first email sent. Can you see? If it is like this, right, do not try to find their email. Do not try to send them another email. Is that clear? Only send to those people where their email sent is blank, right? Is that clear?
Yes, Yanis.
Yeah, because I think that's the most important thing that I wanted to, I will make sure that this views, start to have all those things, right? Okay, let me repeat this. I think it's really, 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 really important. Okay, so what are we saying? We are saying, according to our new strategy, okay, according to our new strategy, what we will do, we are going to do two things. One is central emailing, and the other one is individual emailing. Yeah, is this clear? So what is central emailing? Central emailing is, I will find, so let's say we select, one company, right? We select one company, right? I will, we will find, okay, we will find all, or all, you can't find all, but let's say find all emails for this one company centrally. Okay, then verify those emails are good. 4, send emails to all of them from central. Okay, is this clear? Is this clear, guys? Everybody? So this is central emailing. Okay, now let's say this company had number of target clients equal to 6,000. Okay, we are able to find how much? Only 4,000. Okay, and we are able to verify all those 4,000, and we are able to send emails to all those 4,000. Let's say we have done this. Okay, for this is just for one company. Yeah? What will you do individually? You're here. What will you do? You will connect this. Normally, you will connect all your clients through Okay, so you will connect to all your clients through normal LinkedIn. Okay, this is what you've been doing all your life, so you will do that. Then you will try to find their email, and if you find it, email as well. Okay, as soon as you do the first message. Okay, if not, wait till they connect and then find their email from contact info, then shoot the email. Okay, after checking if email sent is empty. And guys, I know this is boring and this is like not very interesting for many of you, but this is extremely crucial and important. So I want everybody to tell me whether this is this is absolutely clear to everybody, right? Our emailing strategy. This is super important, people. I'm not just saying for the sake of it. This is very critical, and this could change our complete game altogether. So is this clear to everybody? Let's say we have 6,000 people. Our strategy. We have you have seen our strategy, right? Let me show you one more time. What is our strategy? Yeah, here is our strategy, right? So we used to go country by country, but now we are going company by company. First, we started with IBM. It's not good. So there are 63 companies and 57,153 potential clients in this list, right? So we thought we'll go with IBM first, but there are too many hiccups, too many problems. We are going to, revisit IBM. We are starting with Oracle. We got 8,000 people from there, and we were able to find, emails of 4,000. So we are going to send emails to all these 4,000 from a central location. And what you will be doing, you will be connecting with all of them through normal LinkedIn. You will try to find their email. If you can find it, you can email them, but only after checking. So even here, only after checking whether this guy is empty or not, right? After checking the email sent is empty. Anytime you want to send an email to somebody, make sure that you check in HubSpot the email sent column is empty. If it is empty, send that email to him and update that column saying, email sent, right? First email sent. So that if that's going to be really important. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Any questions? So you any, or can somebody just rephrase or summarize whatever I just told right now? Just can somebody summarize it for me? Who can summarize it for me? What is our emailing strategy? Can somebody summarize it for me? Yeah. Okay, can somebody summarize our emailing strategy back to me?
Hello.
Yeah.
Let me try according to my understanding.
Yes.
So, on how I understood what you've been explaining about, so we have two strategies that we can use to send email. Whereby the first one, we can be sending a central emailing, whereby you try to tell us the central emailing is whereby we have to go and select one company. So by selecting one company, then we are going to find all emails of those people who are working in that company. And after finding those emails for those, it means the workers of that company, after getting all their emails, so we have to verify them if they are really good and if they are working. And after realizing that they are all working well, so we have to send them an email. We have to send an email to all those emails that we just discovered, those 4,000.
Sure. Bhagashane, I'll just ask you a question.
Yes.
In this part that you explained very beautifully, what is your role?
Okay.
What is the role of you? Do you need to do anything? When you explain this strategy very well, okay, what is the role of Bhagashane or Ahmed or Maraka? What is your role in this central emailing? Do you have to do anything?
Okay. So our roles, according to what I understand, our work is just to connect maybe, for example, if we have a client, we have to connect them to their potential clients so that they may be knowing what, for example, for step up 1, we are looking to just let's spread the word so that each and everyone may know what step up 1 is doing. So now by identifying a certain company whereby we can be willing to reach each and everyone among those people who are working in that company. So we have to find their emails. After finding their emails, so we have to verify them if they are really very good, all of them.
Bhagashane, sorry, Bhagashane. Sorry, what you're saying is wrong. Okay. So my question is, there are two strategies: central emailing and individual emailing.
Exactly.
In central emailing, you do not have any role.
Okay.
Yeah. Not only you, nobody in this call has any role to play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is not, I'm just explaining this to you so that you understand what else is going on. Okay. So
okay.
in this central emailing, there is really nothing you need to do, or anybody, Ahmed or Augustine or Bahana, you have nothing to do in central emailing. All I'm saying is we have identified 6,000 people. Of that, I have already emailed 4,000 people.
Okay.
Yeah. I have done it for you.
Okay.
So that you don't have to click on 4,000 people and spend
Okay.
2 to 3 minutes and spend 12,000 minutes, you know. So I have reduced your work. So I did your job
Okay.
centrally, okay?
I
But
understand.
when it comes to what about the remaining 2,000 people? There are 2,000 people for whom
Yes.
I don't know what is their email.
Okay.
Okay. What do you do for them? For them, you do this individual email. How do you do the individual email? You
Exactly.
you first connect normally like you connect with everybody.
On
You
LinkedIn.
see, yeah, you see if you can find their email on hunter.io or whatever. Okay, if you can, if you find it,
Yeah.
then send them an email, but only check if you know whether I have already sent an email to them. Okay, if I have sent an email, you do not send them an email. Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. Then if not, you can't find an email, wait till they connect back. Okay. Wait till they connect back.
Okay.
Once they connect back, you will always know their email. Okay. By
Okay.
clicking contact info, you can then send them an email. But even then, again, see if email sent is empty.
Okay.
Yeah. If everything goes well, then update the HubSpot as email has been sent by you. That's all.
First email sent.
Exactly. First email sent, right?
Okay. Thank you.
I hope that's very clear.
Understood.
Yeah, that's cool. Yasmin, you have a question, Yasmin, and Legend is asking me now, show us the procedure to pass from LinkedIn to email. Okay. Actually, it is, yeah, I can show you. It's basically, it's really simple, right? You know, the way you will work is you will come here, you will pick up your client, right? So this is how you do. So Nicholas, you know, for Chunga, right? So this is Patience. Okay, Patience will come and he'll click on this link. All right. So he click on this link, it'll open Nicholas for Chunga. And what Patience will do, Patience will click on connect, add a note, put the first message, correct? Put the first message and send. Right? I mean, I'm not putting the right first message, but Patience knows and everybody knows, you know, what is the first message, right? So you will send it to Patience. Sorry, Nicholas. And Nicholas has this contact info here, correct? Usually they will never give you their email here. But once you are connected with that person, okay, you will know their email. The second thing you can do is, you know, just click on get email. If you can get, you know, Nicholas email, you can, if the email is verified and it's all good, then you can click on it, copy the email address, go to the email client, and then, you know, Outlook, and then create new email, and you know, paste his you know, thing, and put your message, the email message, and send it to him, right? But before you send it to him, you also have to check whether this person is, you know, so Nicholas Forchunga, let me check. He's invited on LinkedIn. First email sent already. So I will not send my email to this guy. Okay, I will go back and I will delete the email. Okay, I will delete the email because somebody sent, you know, somebody has sent this guy an email already. So I will not send it to him. I will not send it to him. I will not send it to him. So this fourth person is empty. So I will go to the fourth person. And but remember, the email sent, right, should not stop you from connecting to them on LinkedIn. Yeah, just make sure that you never miss out on connecting to them. Connecting to people on LinkedIn is always your responsibility, and you will continue to do that. Yeah. Just the email thing, just make sure you know, it is you know, clear to you before you send it. Don't worry about it. I'm sure, you know, all of us will make a lot of mistakes, but please ask you know, every time, you know, if you're stuck somewhere. Any questions on this before we go to the next topic? The next topic is, you know, what email are we going to send and what deck are we going to attach? Is this clear? Anybody has any questions? Please ask the questions right now. I'm really surprised that this is clear to everybody, yeah, because this is slightly complicated. Yes, Nestori.
Yes, maybe to me it may seem maybe a little bit complicated, but I understand the approach, the two approaches which we are trying to put in place, the official emailing and the individual emailing, where you are letting us know that on the official emailing you have we have the target of 6,000 clients in total, but you have worked or you are going to work on the 4,000. Then we are having the 2,000, which we are going to work on ourselves on the individual emailing. So I have understood the two procedures, but now what myself, maybe any other not understanding is that how will the long process, like on the individual emailing, how will I now I've connected to this client on the LinkedIn and now I've gotten his or her email. Now going again to the list, how will I know that he on that client list of 6,000, how will I know that you have already sent the email? So that long lists, which I'm not getting myself, yes.
Oh, how will you know? So the by looking at this status. So I will, when I send my 4,000 emails, I will update all the 4,000 people first email sent. So
on
I
the
will,
spreadsheet.
Yes, no, of this, yeah, of this HubSpot. I will update in HubSpot all the 4,000 people. I will update. You don't have to update it. I will update of all the 4,000 people I have sent. I will update sent email. Already first email sent. So you don't have to, worry about it. And one more thing, you can also do this email. Okay, where is the email? Right. So this emailing strategy is not only for the new target clients that we are going right now, which is company by company. You can do this to every single one of the clients who has connected with you already.
Okay.
No, there are at least, if I go back to the leaderboard, I'm sure, people like Ali, Nestor, Berberi, you guys have connected with so many people already. And you will have the email of all those people. So if I go back to the graduates, people like, even Kaposo, I'm sure, you have 91 people connected back, 200 people connected back, 71. You can start emailing all of these people that have connected back with you.
Okay.
You can email.
Now,
how do you find their email? It's really easy. If there is anybody who's connected back with you, okay, let me say, if somebody is connected with me, let me take somebody who's connected with me, okay? Because if they're connected with me, that means, I will know their email. Okay, let me take this person, okay? So this person is connected with me, you can see she's my first degree connection, okay? So all I have to do is click more, contact info. Where is contact info? Yeah, here is, sorry, contact info is right here. John Clauden. Oh my God, why everybody is just unmute whenever, just raise your hands, guys, and then, you can unmute when you're, so I just clicked on Mary, who's connected with me. Bang, the email is here. So I copy the email, go to my Outlook, enter new email, paste her email. The content I want to paste is also here, nicely prepared. Dear, whatever, right? Paste my content, dear Mary, right? Send. Once I send it, I will make sure that I will update HubSpot that I have sent to Mary. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes, that's much clear, very much clear.
Okay, cool. Now, thank you. Okay, yeah, John, go, and after that, Patience.
Thank you. My question is, I heard you mentioning of verifying the email before sending the email, seeing whether it is active
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah.
So how do you get to know that this email is active before sending the email? How do you verify it?
Sure. No, it's very simple. Just when you click on this get email, it does the verification. Okay. When you click on it, when you click on get email, look, it is still saying warning. The validity of this email is being tested. Wait. So after, let's say 2-3 minutes, it will say verified. But the good news is, John, you don't need to verify, the email that the client themselves, put it over here. So you don't have to verify this email. This email is 100% verified because the client wrote this email. So you don't have to worry about it. So you can close your eyes, send the email to this one. What do we do with Claudine? I think Claudine is having a trouble trying to be on mute. Okay, yeah, Patience.
Yeah, I'd like just to say, because if you have this get email extension, so it's very easy just to get emails. And something, there is another question I'd like to ask about. For example, if you send an email in your site, then you update, will you be able just to see that you have sent?
Sorry, Patience, I don't understand what you're asking. I'm not able to understand what you're saying.
No, I'm saying, do you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, for example, if you update, maybe you have sent 4,000 emails,
Yes.
then you update.
Yes.
And I want just to send an email. Maybe you have already sent an email. So once you update, I'll be able just to see that we have sent in my HubSpot.
Yes, you see, I'm showing you how I am updating. So today, if you come and log in as yourself, I have already sent email to 1, 2, 3 people. So you can see under the column email sent that I have already sent the email and you should not be sending it to them.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's how you know that not to send to these 3 people, but to all these hundreds of people below them, you can send anybody because they're all empty. Can you see? They're all empty. So you come to this guy, you invite him, you send him an email. Invite him, send him an email. But you won't be able to find an email for everybody. Okay, so wait till they connect back with you. Once they connect back with you, send an email. Is that clear?
Yeah, clear.
Yeah, Jackson.
Thank you, Anis, for the opportunity. But my question was, I tried to initially I was using the get email. So I came to realize that whenever you place into get email like 10, assumption of 10, you realize you have like 2 or 3 which are very correct.
Mm-hmm.
And then don't you think that process will slow down our? I mean, after realizing that the email is not clear, you'll have to reach out through the LinkedIn and wait for the person to connect back such that you can go to the contact. And don't you think that will slow down our reach out?
I mean,
the process of waiting.
Yeah. So get email gives you only 10 email. Hunter.io gives you 10 email. And there is a third one that gives you 10 emails. So you can do up to 30 emails for free. Okay. So I have put in all the 3 services on the WhatsApp. So you can search for getemail.io. You'll find all 3. Right. So you will be able to find up to 30 emails every month. I think that is good enough. 30 emails every month. So that is why what I'm doing, I'm sitting in the center and finding the bulk of the emails. Okay. So I'm going to find 90% of all the emails so that I can reduce the work for you. Okay. So you only need to do 10% of the work for those that I'm not able to find the email.
I think that will work for us better.
Yeah.
It will reduce the load. It will
reduce the workload. And no. But remember, go back and connect, go back and find. Not sure. Claudine, are you asking a question? Okay, Jackson, do you have anything, or you can put your hand down? Okay, cool.
I'm
So-
good. I'm good.
Okay, good. Okay, so the next thing is, okay, we looked at all these things. Okay, now what is our new content? What is our new content? Let's look at our new content and the new deck. See, initially we were sending it to everybody. Okay, so we couldn't get very precise. So now we are sending it to only all the people in one company. We can get really precise about the the thing that we send. So many of you pointed out that remove the word foolishly. So I have done that. So we are making it a little bit more clean. So this is our new new email thing. I will also change the first and second message so that it is a bit more nicer, not very harsh. But more importantly, what I wanted to show you was the pitch deck. The pitch deck that I'm attaching here, I want to change it so that it is directly addressing the Oracle, the people that we are sending this pitch deck to. Okay, so what I have done is, okay, have a look at this. It's not yet complete, but let me show you. Okay, so what I've done is, oh, look like I'm not. Yeah, okay, so this is what I have done. Okay, have a look at it, right? Because we are going to go so specific to the client, what I have done is I have created a deck specific for that company that we are going to talk to, right? Because if you're going to send it to 4,000 people, 6,000 people from the same company, then why don't we make our deck also explain to them how that's going to happen? So in this case, it's Oracle that we're sending it to. So let's say Oracle, and we are basically saying what is the objective of the sales executives in Oracle. Their objective is to identify, connect, and engage and convert potential clients working on behalf of them, and which industry and what channel we will use. Okay, so these are all the stuff around the what we are pitching it to Oracle people. And then we are saying, I'm just still working on the slide. Maybe I can show you this slide is slightly better. And then I'm saying, look, if you're an Oracle executive leading the automotive industry, we can help you connect with this 26,000 people, okay, who are CXOs in automotive sector. Okay, here is how we can do that. If you are the head of customer experience, we can help you connect with this 9,000 people. If you are an account manager, then we can help you connect with these 3,500 people in each of these different accounts of Oracle. So what I've done here is I have tried to explain to the Oracle sales executive how I can help them for an industry, for a solution, for an account. Okay, you might find it a little difficult to understand what is the difference between industry, solution, and account. But go along with me, you will get it. So this is the a specific deck I have prepared for Oracle, and I have also prepared a specific dashboard for Oracle. Let me show you the dashboard. Is this clear? I mean it's very small, but it's very similar to the dashboards that we always have. So it should not come as a surprise for you. What is this new dashboard? So if you look at it, it is for the client Oracle. It is to do this. So I have listed every single industry that Oracle is, selling to. How did I know this industry, what Oracle is selling to? I just went to their website, here, And then I looked at what they do. So if you look at the industries, that's it. This is the industries that Oracle is selling to, right from automotive, communications, construction, consumer. So I copied all of these things, okay, and put it over here. So these are all the industries. Then I found out all the roles, so there are 22,000 people. So I click on this 22,000. It takes me to the 22,000 people who work in the automotive industry, right? Which Oracle is interested in. So I showed them how it will look like, once we finish their campaign, or, once we are running their campaign, how many connected, how many contacted, etc., etc., etc. So I'm showing them how will we do automotive campaign for them, for the industry automotive. For the solution, within the automotive industry, there are 7 solutions that Oracle has. How do I know this? I again go to their website. I went to their website. I clicked on automotive, right? And within automotive, I clicked on solutions. These are the 7 solutions they have. And what did I do? I put them all over here. These are the 7 solutions. And then I told for each of these solutions, these many people are there, 4,500, 9,000, these many people are there to sell that idea to these solutions. Yeah. And then the third one is accounts. So in the automotive sector, these are the top 10 accounts for Oracle: BMW, Ford Motors, General Motors, Nissan, Renault, Volkswagen, Volvo. So these are the different accounts, and these are the people within those accounts that Oracle should be interested. And I have created a dashboard for them as well. So basically what I'm saying, if you are a head of automotives, we can help you with this 22,000. If you're head of the automotive solutions, we can help you with this. If you're the head of these accounts, individual accounts, we can help you with that. So I have created an Oracle specific, thing. And honestly, let's say when we are sending this to IBM, we can simply just change the name to IBM. That's it, because everybody will be, more or less same in this industry. Yeah. So is that clear? So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make, our the pitch deck very specific to Oracle by going like this. So how will we do it, etc., etc. It is not yet completed, but I've been working on it for the last couple of days. Any questions on this, guys? Again, you might find it extremely complicated what I'm trying to do, but but it's important actually. Yeah. Any questions, people? Questions or comments, or what do you think about this approach? Or do you even understand what I'm trying to say? I would expect 90% of the people here say that I don't understand. I don't understand what you're trying to do.
Hi, if I can quickly come in, for me, I think
I said I didn't really understood.
Sorry, Nestor, go ahead.
Yes, for me, I was saying, according to how you were explaining, I think it's a very detailed report or information that the whole approach. I think it's well arranged, and I can see the deck. It's a very interesting one. It's very interesting, and I'm happy that I can see everything.
Yeah,
it's been figured out. Yes, to me, it's made up. I understood well. Yeah.
So thanks, Nestor. Any other comments? Any other this is the toughest job. If we are going to pitch to an Oracle executive, let's say is going to come to a meeting with them.
So,
yes, Bhushan.
I said I didn't really understand connectivity. I had issues with connectivity, so I didn't really understand well what you've been explaining.
Sure, watch the video again, you'll understand. Anybody else? Any other questions? people who were able to hear it properly. Yes, Bahana. Yes, Bahana, we cannot hear you so far. Hey, Bahana. Oh, looks like he's got a problem. Anybody else? No, Bahana, for some reason, your voice is not coming through. I see that.
Maybe a quick question. Does this mean like that message, like the email will be signing to the client, will it contain this deck too? Does it contain also this? Yeah.
Yes. So that email will contain this deck, this one. Here is our pitch as to why Oracle should hire our refugee graduates. So you see this link? When they click on this link, it should open the deck.
Wow.
Yes, can you hear me now, colleagues?
Yeah, Bahana.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I was saying I don't have a question at this stage. Just want to comment on this, what you just presented. For me, I think this is a well-thought approach. This is one stone, that is going to kill all these Oracle guys. So I think this is going also to, help us not reinvent the wheel the same time, because if we have this pitch deck, we have the dashboard, I think it makes it easier for us to go after these, this potential client. I just have a very silly question very quickly. We now having a new strategy. We are working on a new deck, and just wanted to know, Anis, do we have some sort of an information repository so that we don't lose some of the things we had before, like the previous deck, because we might maybe need it sometimes. Do we have a place where maybe we say saving or keeping these things, maybe, so that there might be, because we still have the previous contact, or maybe we might need that deck again. We have like where we could have access to these other previous information, maybe for institutional memory, or maybe for later use, or can still go back to the previous strategy and all these things. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Bahana, we have all the previous decks, all the previous messages, it can never be deleted, right? It is there in every one of our LinkedIn. It is there in the links of every one of the messages that we have sent. So everything that we have, what we did previously, is going to be preserved, because you have sent thousands of messages earlier, right? And those thousands of messages, not thousands, actually hundreds of thousands, we have sent 100,000 messages, and all those 100,000 messages had that link, okay, with the previous link, previous pitch. So it will be stupid if we delete that link or delete that deck. It is really important that we maintain the same deck for those people, and introduce this new deck only for the new people, the Oracle people, etc., etc. So we are not going to get rid of any old messages. They are. In fact, I think nobody can delete them. It's all there in thousands and thousands of our own LinkedIn, inboxes. So it is all going to be there, Bahana. Any other question, guys? Yeah, Bahana, you have a question. You have another something to ask?
No, not actually a question, just a follow-up on what you said. I meant, just like the way we have these, the the ClickUp, the guides, can we have, a central place where we know, one can get these things? Because let's say, for example, after we've rolled out this new approach, one might have sent thousands and thousands of messages to this Oracle, IBM, and all these things. And later on, maybe it might find it difficult to go back and find some of those messages. So maybe just having it somewhere,
Yeah,
kind of information repository.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I think we could try to do this, somewhere here. Yeah, we can do that, Mahana. Actually, it's all here as well. The old messages are here. So we can try to, keep a repository, somewhere here. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'll think about it. Okay. I
To
think,
me, to me, I think, Anis, you mean like, to me, I think the message has not changed in our usual clients that we've been sending. Like the second message, the first message, like we have been using, and the deck and the dashboards have not changed, except the new one, which is going to work for the new the company. We have just identified the new target in that company only.
Yeah.
That's where I think that's what you mean.
Yeah, it is slightly changed, Nestor. It is slightly changed, I mean, we have maintained the same first message, but we have added, we have reskilled and employed, and then, we are doing a few, minute changes. It's very difficult for you to know. So when we started, so this has changed completely. Today, we help hundreds of business leaders change. So it has changed in a manner, it has changed. Definitely it has changed, but these are all small incremental changes. Okay, everything we do is incremental, and therefore that's why Bahana is saying, let's not lose the old ones. Let's keep them somewhere else. Okay.
Thank you.
But the most important thing, I think the killer thing is this deck, where I'm going to attach some of these dashboards, or at least screenshots of these dashboards. Like if you're an Oracle executive and if you're focused on an industry, here is how you can do it. If you're an Oracle executive focused on accounts, here is how you do it, right? I think we need to really attack every possible angle that an Oracle sales executive, will go by using this deck and these charts. I think that way what will happen is, if somebody comes back to us and say, can we meet? That means they have already understood exactly how we are going to help them. And that meeting should result in signing up at the end of that meeting. So that's why we want to do all this work upfront, so that we don't have to explain to them how we're going to do all these things. Yeah. Hopefully that's clear to everybody. Anybody has any questions on that? Quickly. Okay, so we've done step 5, which is new content and new deck for sending emails to, the set of companies that we're talking about. We're going to do that. So sending emails is going to have 2 things: central emailing and local emailing or individual emailing. Okay. We've covered it. Formation of a full-time team to go after jobs, 1,000 invitations per day. I think this is going to be, I don't want to talk about this, but I want to just inform everybody about this new thing that we have started. So I have spotted, we are forming a new team, which I call the full-time, tiger team, to go after jobs. And all of these guys and all of these people have agreed to send 1,000 in client invitations every day. I know that we cannot do this. We can only send 20 invitations every day as of today because of LinkedIn limitations. We have been able to find a way to break that in a completely different way. It is not through HubSpot. It is completely different. So it is we're going to try it out, and we have set up a full-time team. who will spend anywhere between 2 to 3 hours every day to go after 1,000 clients every day. With our new message, there will be a very different kind of a message for that, and I will share that with the team again separately. This approach is very, very different. There is no it's almost going to be monitoring every one of the team member within the Tiger team, how they are doing it. So it's going to be quite interesting. So I'll give you guys an update how this we're going to start as of tomorrow, hopefully, and I will give you an update as of next week how this has gone through. It is a very, very small team. We do not want to take on people who cannot commit to 1,000 invitations per day in this team, because sending 1,000 invitations per day is a huge commitment. And that is why I have kept it only to those people who are fully committed with their time, access to computer, access to internet, and can do this properly. So we're going to do this, and we'll see how this goes. That's all I have to say about this point number 6. And I'll give you an update next week. Okay, now the next thing that I wanted to do is review the existing clients. So before we go, because this is a complete change of subject, where I want Bahana and Jean-Marie to talk about the 4 clients, I just wanted to pause here. Is this so far, what we are doing is super, super critical. This is a huge change. This whole attacking via LinkedIn and email, and simultaneously going very direct, talking to them in a very detailed way. It is super, super important. Okay. So I want everybody to have understood what we are doing. Not only you are able to understand, you are able to explain this understanding to your team members, right? So I want to pause here again, give you guys another 5-10 minutes and ask me questions. The more number of people, people like Jason, Eddie, Kaposho, Paul, you guys should ask me questions, because because what I'm telling you is not so straightforward. I never asked like this, when we are doing LinkedIn. What we did in LinkedIn was so straightforward. It's easy. First message, second message, bang, 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 right? What we are trying to do with email is quite complicated. Can I please ask Bahana and Jean-Marie to be ready to, talk about their clients and what they can do, but we'll just give 5 more minutes, with the other people. Yes, Muluk, do you have something to say? I think Muluk is only in camera. Oh boy. Okay. Bahana, do you have anything to say? Your hands is raised up. Any other questions, guys? Keisha, John, Emmanuel. Any questions so far? Legend, have you understood? You asked me a question, how to do it. Is your understanding clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
This
John.
is John.
Yes.
I do have a question.
Yes, please.
Thank you very much for the strategies that you've tried to introduce, both newly and even the old ones. But my question is, however, you have not fully tackled about the newly way of messaging over 1,000 messages.
Yes, John, I'm not going to tell anything. Like I told you, I'm not going to talk about it here. It is something that we have figured out, and it will be only discussed with this new team that has the time to do this.
Thank you very much. So I'm not interrupting. Just going back a little bit. Earlier, I heard you trying to lecture to us how we should go about the emailing in case we find this person is being contacted by you. We should not repeat the
Yes.
sending the same email. I
Yes.
see this thing. However, you have tried your level best to educate us, but this thing it will repeatedly cost us. The way I've understood it, it might sound different to another person. I'm not saying my fellows or me, I'm not understanding, but this one will cost us. Many people will keep sending repeatedly messages
Yes.
of which one or you had already contacted.
Yes.
And then let me just talk about a little bit the issue of Southern.
Yes. No, John, you are talking exactly what is going on in my head. I even thought I should not ask anybody to send emails. I even thought about it. I thought, why should I ask everybody to send an email? Let them not send any email, because I'm going to do that centrally. Because I'm worried, because I'm really worried that if I have sent the first email, nobody should send the same person another email. Right?
Yeah.
I'm worried about that. John, I'm worried about that big time.
Thank you very much. And then same thing about the Southern messages, the new strategy that is likely to be introduced. This one goes to all of us. And the other thing is that, this thing requires time. Whereby some of us, the gadgets we are using, they are like borrowed gadgets, borrow. Sometimes it does not work. And the other thing is even a way of connectivity, this network. The network, sometimes some of us, we really try our level best to access a network so that we can do our task.
Yeah.
And even to those who are lucky to get like opportunity of reaching at certain level of the leaderboard to get the airtime once a while, even some of us with that airtime, like me, for example, I've not even received that airtime. Yet I was still on the board, I mean the leaderboard, among the people who should at least get that airtime. And the other thing else is the LinkedIn policies. Some of us, we are afraid our accounts shall be maybe locked in the other way. Because LinkedIn has got its limitations. I don't know how you'll go about that.
Yeah. So see, look, you just keep doing only the 20 message a day or 100 message a week. You should be okay. But let me ask you, my account has been locked and I was able to argue and get it back. But honestly, I'm just, asking a very simple question. Even if it gets locked, what's the thing that you're going to lose? Even if something happens, I'm not trying to put you down. It is a means to an end. The end is the job. Okay. If they block me and I'm going to keep creating new and new until I get 10, 100 jobs. Yeah. You can keep on blocking me. You can keep on restricting me. I don't care. I'm just asking, like we are not like, most of us have, 500 to 1,000 connections, right? Most of us, it's not like we have like 30,000, 20,000 connections, So honestly, I wouldn't be, thinking too much about them and therefore not doing the work. Yeah.
Thank you.
But John, what you have asked is a very important question. I want to, ask the other people also. Should I simply go with the strategy that emailing will only be done centrally and there is no need for any other people to email? That is one way of doing it, which I feel is a little bit, all of us have to learn, we all need to learn how to be professionals. And if I'm afraid of giving you more responsibility, then we are not growing together. If, how long can I be afraid of giving you more responsibility? I think emailing is going to be crucial. And I want you to learn. Every professional today should know how to do emails, how to attend meetings, how to set up, it is a very important part of your development. And if you and me are going to be always scared that we might do some mistake, when are we ever going to learn? Yes.
It's okay. We can take a risk. It's okay.
No, but you won't believe, John. It's a huge risk. It's a huge risk, and I was so worried about having this conversation today, because in LinkedIn we can never do that mistake. Once you are connected with somebody, you can't send another connection, at least you. Here, email is like a nightmare. You can keep sending so many emails until that guy. See, one person's mistake. Okay, let's take you, John. Okay, you send 100 emails. Okay, and all of them block you as spam. Okay, your mistake, your one person's mistake, can come and kill all the hard work of everybody else, because our email will be marked as a spam by every single email server in the world. So it is a huge risk.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes, Kaposho.
Yes, Anis. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. I was there for so long, hearing and understanding the meaning of the meeting of today, and at least I got something. Yeah, according to what Mr. Jonas said about having the central point for sending the emails, I think that one is a good idea for some places, but not a better one, because it will weaken some people's, and it will not let us to go ahead as we want. I think as Step Up mission is to reach more people for the marketable of Step Up, and reaching more potential clients in order to get at least a good number of jobs and will be given to the graduates. Let me take an example of the time you let us to make our email signature. You see, it was at least very hard, but as long as everyone is struggling in his way and trying and fail, at least a good number have made it. So as long as you give us that chance, send maybe email each person as a graduate, as you see that this person, at least in a HubSpot, have done better, and he has understand what he must do, his work, his duties, maybe to the side of emailing also, because I see it is the easier way. He can do better. You see, it is only the way, as you said, all of us, we have to learn, and we normally learn from our challenges, is what I wanted to share. And about maybe the problem that we are facing maybe on LinkedIn as on email. Recently, you said that you don't send email because there is a problem which may be faced there. It is something what we want whenever it is such meeting, and maybe you launch something by saying that you have to send an email like this. It will be good you work first on them, as you say that you work and you tried, and then give us the go ahead, you see. But even if we are doing such, I can see we still having a lower number of jobs. Maybe, is there any other things what we can do to our LinkedIn or to the side of emailing in order to make clients understand that these people are the real people I want to work with them, so that I can maybe increase my selling, my marketing, such things. So for me, I want to come up with another good strategy, add on this emailing, so that whenever we are doing this one, it will show that we are doing, at least for us, we know that we are doing two things at once. in order to capture, to attract the clients. So to my side, I saw, according to what is on the leaderboard and in the leader WhatsApp, I saw that we still having some gaps. We have many graduates, but jobs are not yet there. So some are working very hard, but not yet getting the job. So I would like to have another strategy. Whenever you launch the emailing, we launch another strategy. So 2 strategies at once, and then we go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, no, Kaposho, it's a point taken. That's exactly what we are doing, right? So we are starting the email and we are going, if you look at this dashboard, we are going very specific to that client. We are explaining to the client how we are going to make his life different. So we are not just, in the previous strategy, we were simply telling our story. So this was the deck we presented, to all our clients in the last whatever, right? If you read all these things, this is our strategy, this is all our strategy, our price, our success, our everything. Okay. There was really no client in this whole deck. Okay. So what I've done is I'm going to take this deck and I'm going to bring what can we do for you. Okay. So this is what we have understood about you. This is how we have identified your target audience. And this is how we are going to approach it. And this is the result we are going to produce for you. So I'm going to, show the client how we are going to make a difference to their life. Okay. So it is not only the messenger has changed. The messenger has changed from LinkedIn to email, but the message is also changed. The message is changed from here is my story to here is how we can help you win. So the message is also changed. So it's both changes, Kaposho. I don't know what happened. Can you try to log in again? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We are hearing you very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you just try to log back in again? Maybe, that's why you're not able to hear. Yes, Bahana, you've been put out your hand.
Yes, thank you very much, Anis. Just want to comment on the previous, intervention by, was it
Kaposho?
Not Kaposho, John. Yeah, I think John made a very nice point, and I don't want us to forget. I mean, maybe we should just think about it a little bit. He made a very nice point, but he also, responded very nicely. But I want us, it's good for us to take such big risk, but I want us to have a calculated risk. What I mean by a calculated risk, just want to ask, is there a way we could, as much as we send the invitations, via LinkedIn, can we restrict, not sending client via HubSpot, client that already we've identified emails to all the graduates. Then we work, we only work with that, with the limited, decentralized people can only send the emails to those clients whose email have already been identified. So we avoid sending contact with email address to graduate. And then the graduate will only send emails to the client that have been assigned to them, the client that they've contacted via LinkedIn, they have found their emails and they send the emails to them, not the client that they're able to see emails from the HubSpot. I think that's what I wanted to say. If there is a way we can restrict that, for example, Bahana is not able to see a client with an email that Anis has, identified, and somebody else is sending emails to those people from decentralized, aspect of it. But I can only see my client that I'm supposed to contact through LinkedIn, find their email addresses on my own and send emails to those, because the client I have, Anis don't have them. Those are clients that are assigned to me, and those are the clients I'm supposed to work with. So we'll limit that, interference. That's double, emailing, person A sending the same email to person B, or Bahana seeing the client
Bahana,
with email that Anis have already sent to.
Yeah, Bahana, you would not believe, I have broken my head on all of these options. I have broken my head in very many directions, and there is no one good way. If it was, I would have took it. thanks to John, I am breaking my head once again right in this call, and I am changing the strategy right in this call right now, because it is too risky, and therefore what I'm going to do, if you look at, I've already changed. When John is talking, I've changed this. So
sorry, just to cut you short. Is there no way with using the views, then we only have limited views? We say maybe all the graduate to use a certain views that has got, only this type of information, and then we have views for the email, and then, maybe a view that doesn't have client emails.
Bahana, I'll tell you the problem. The problem is the clients are just the same, only one client, okay? And we want the LinkedIn connection to go from every one of us, okay? But the email should only go from one person. Let's say that is me. So we are splitting that responsibility, okay? And unfortunately, if I hide somebody because I sent an email, then you can't send a LinkedIn. Okay, so it's one person, but two things are, LinkedIn and email, both are against the same person.
I see.
That's the problem.
Is now.
And but I think we might find we have found a solution just now. Okay, listen to what I've changed here. So you see what I have done in the individual emailing here. You will connect with all your clients that are assigned to you in LinkedIn, right? Right. This is what you do today. You will connect to all your clients assigned to you in HubSpot through LinkedIn. This is what you do today. There's no change to what you do today. You will wait for your clients to connect back, and become your first degree connection. You will wait. This is what you do today. Okay. Then you send them the second message. Send a second message. Okay. When you send the second message, you do this. You find their email from their contact info. And mostly this email will be their personal email. Mostly. Okay. But that's okay. This will be their personal email, I'm pretty sure. Okay. We can do two things. Yeah.
No, very quickly, Anis, I think we'll still have challenges here because, then let's say if we start with the Oracle campaign, you assign 50 graduates to patients, correct?
Yeah.
Patients send invitation to 50 graduates, but only 20 or 15 connect back with patients, correct? Patients find their emails and send the emails to, and send the email to them. But don't you see that we are losing the 30 other people that did not connect back with patients? Because again, you cannot send again. The central emailing system cannot reach out to them because you already know that these are already assigned to patients. But now my question, how do we deal with those who have not connected back?
We need to find out another strategy for them. I'm trying to choose safety, some safety and some risk. Okay. Yeah, it won't be even, so that will be a problem. We'll have to deal with that. But let's say, work with me here, Bahana. Okay. So
because we also need to work with our connection back rate. It's very important because sometimes you may send 1,000 connections and you end up only 50 or 100 have connected back with you. So there is a lot of potential client that we'll be losing in this regard. So we have to work to balance this, because otherwise, if we identify 6,000 potential in Oracle, you've assigned 100 to each graduate, and then each graduate send the connections, but we have a connection rate back, let's say, of 5%. And these are the only people that are being reached out through email. So we need to find out, what do we do? How do we know those who have not connected back? And how do we maximize those contacts? Because we've used energy and, you've broken your head to get this client. And who knows, maybe, they have ignored the invitation from patients, but if they get an email in their inbox, maybe they might respond back. So, I'm sorry, just trying to.
No, it's very important, right? It's very important what you're saying. So the good news is, Bahana, out of the 6,000 people, okay, I have already dealt with 80% of them. That's a good news, isn't it? So we are only working with the remaining 20%. Okay, so the remaining 20%, I'm thinking another 5% will be taken care through second degree when they connect back with patients, and we find this email and send them a thing. So we can cover almost 85% of the company, which is good, isn't it? So I want to go safely, Bahana. Right now that is my number one thing. And I'm thinking like this, right? Let's only connect with people, or let's only send email to those people. Okay. Let's only, send email to the people who are connected with us. Right? What is the third email provider? Getemail.io, hunter.io. There is a third email provider, right? Okay, I'll find out. And even if these people are getting the second email, that's okay. We can mark it as second email sent. Do you see this new way of doing it, guys? Oh, Finder. Thanks, Emmanuel. So now we have made it even more simpler. Send email to those clients who are connecting back with you. Let's start with that. Let's start with that, Bahana, because it will be a good learning experience for all of us. Like John was saying, 90% of the people are not even able to make their own email signature. Right? So let us not complicate life for them. Let's start with a simple request for individual emailing. The individual emailing request is really simple. Please email those who are already connected with you, are connecting with you. That's it. Full stop. You don't have to check anything. You don't have to check HubSpot. You don't have to check anything. If somebody has connected with you, send an email to them. Is that fair? It's easy. People. Yes, Patience. Patience or John. Yeah, Patience.
Yeah, just I'm sorry to take you back. I'd like just to talk about these emails. Sending an email, as you said that, of course, yes, there's a lot of people, they can fail how to send an email, but also, as you say, we have to learn, So, and as you found the 6,000 email, and maybe if you go company to company, and you'll be able just to find 40 emails, 4,000 emails. Mm-hmm. So it can be good that, in the graduate, we have got different knowledge, different levels. There is among of us who can be able just to send an email. And that's, this strategy is very nice for us just to find a job. Yeah, it can be good once to select people among us who can be able just to send those emails. Then for those people, they will be able just to teach other people. Yeah, because for 4,000 alone, maybe will be very complicated to you. As you say that, you very complicated for this strategy, but it can be good once you select some people among us who can be able to send an email, so that we can make this job to be easy. Yeah, this is my suggestion.
Yeah, Patience, I have already taken your suggestion. I'm forming a small group of people who are able to, get expertise on email, and I will use them, slowly. But don't worry about that, because you are anyway getting, patients. You will have at least 1,000 people to email. Even if you start today, you will have at least 1,000 people to email based on the 2.5 years of work that you've done. You understand, patients? You have more than 1,000 clients connected back with you. You have to go back to the first guy who connected with you 2 years ago and email him. Okay, so you are the last person who should worry about this, patients, because you already have 1,000 clients that you need to send an email to. All right. So, let's make this decision. It's a very simple decision. Yeah, Babari.
Yeah, I was just also to ask a simple question. I don't know if there is any other means of sending emails to these clients other than the use of the Outlook.
Sorry, I mean, are you saying, can we send email other than Outlook?
Using maybe any other method, because I can see we are using the Outlook to send these messages, and Outlook is sometimes, maybe some people, maybe we may not be familiar with the program itself, and it is a bit complicated. So I am like asking if we can find any other means of us sending this message simply other than going to the Outlook.
I think our emails are restricted. They can't work in like other like Gmail. Search engines. I don't think other emails are qualified to work elsewhere.
I'm sure Kisha does it through something else. He also told me that he's struggling with Outlook. But look, it's very simple. As long as you are able to email, from Gmail, but it has to be your StepUp.one email. Okay, that's the only condition. So if you have set up your email on Gmail, then you can use Gmail as well. But it has to be StepUp.one email, by the way. So for me, I have not set it up. I think ideally, the StepUp email is not here, but if it is there, I should be able to email from here as well.
I will not advise to send emails from Gmail, because I also did that. I also set up my StepUp email on Gmail. But the problem, your email works as a label, and every time you are sending an email, you need to choose the StepUp email as the one you are sending from. Sometimes you end up, sending the email from your own, your personal email address, because that's the primary email, so you have to select. So, and when you are not careful, we are human being. Most of the time, your head is, is not functioning well. At the same time, you're working, so you end up sending the emails from your personal email. If you're not careful enough, you just, clicked on compose, you've put the subject, you've put the client you're sending to the email, you've copy pasted the message, and then you just end up hitting send without changing the email address where you are sending from. So Gmail is a bit complicated. You better have an email client, where your StepUp email is the primary email, if you are starting, if you are not familiar with emailing. So you can either use, Outlook. It should be simple. There's also every computer, I think it comes with this called Mail, something called Mail, something of that sort. You can set up your email in Mail if you're not familiar with Outlook, and it should be simple. Or use the one. I think I've been using the online one. I think the link from the StepUp server, and should be fine as well.
Bahana, can you please, put the instructions for downloading Outlook, or, like how to use Outlook online or Outlook, is this how you use it? Because I have seen, it always says free, but many people, like even Kisha told me they're not able to. See, it says free Outlook and calendar, okay?
No, we did it with is it Jason? I think Jason. because when he was struggling with his signature, I think we
Okay.
were able
See,
to
guys, I think it's very important that you guys know Outlook and calendar and this one, right? See, people, task, and this one is really important. Okay. It's a huge skill nowadays. Okay. So please try to learn this skill, by putting Outlook where if it is possible, because it is another skill. So don't, shy away from this skill. Okay. Number one, if Mahana or Jason, if you guys can put, how to download Outlook, because some people told me that they are getting charged, or it should be free. Everybody should be able to create an account and download Outlook. Once you download Outlook, you have to add StepUp.one email, okay, and make it your primary email. It's really simple. I've done it, and everybody should be able to do it. Number one. See, while we are on this topic, right, I just wanted to take 2 minutes and give you one more very interesting idea. So LinkedIn's chief executive, right, recently put a post just a couple of weeks ago, not couple, just 3 days ago, where he talked about this one. It's called Skills Beta. So this is still in beta. It's not even fully done. But what they're saying is, it's very, very futuristic, but it could be huge advantage for us. Okay. So basically what they're doing is they've got a path. If you see customer service path, data analyst path, sales development, skills path, recruiting. So for us, we need, sales development. Okay. So click on sales development. Okay. Now in sales development skills path, 3 companies are hiring. Okay. LinkedIn Singapore is hiring, Food Panda is hiring, and, some bank is hiring. Okay. Now all these 3, needs these 2 skills, analytical skills and credit. So this is not important for us. It is not important who's hiring. Okay. But I went through this. So I clicked on, Food Panda, like this. And then it'll ask you, do you have the right to work in the Singapore? Okay. I just said yes, because, okay, let me start LinkedIn, because, for this one, I've already done it. So it is not asking me anything. So I'll say I want to be hired by LinkedIn Singapore. So I click start. Then it is asking me, answer a few questions. Are you legally authorized to work in Singapore? I will simply say yes, for the time being. Okay. I'm not legally actually authorized, but I'm just going to put yes so that I can complete the, will you require visa? No. Okay. So you have to put yes and no. So next. I've already did this course, critical thinking, and I've earned my badge some, few days ago on the 6th of October, 3 days ago. I'm going to learn customer service now. So I'm going to click on this. It is basically a 15-minute skill test. Okay. That's all. Now I'm going to I can just do a practice, try 2 questions that will not affect my score. Yes. Your manager is in a telecommunication call center. An angry customer complains that one of your customer service representatives was rude. What do you do? Apologize for her experience, thank her and tell her, etc. So read all these 4 things, okay, and put your answer. Wrong answer. This is the right answer. Next question. Okay, click something, read the question, read the answer, click something, wrong answer. Okay, so you get a sense of where you are. Okay, and then finish the practice and start the real exam. Okay, the real exam is, once you start, you have to finish. I'm not going to start this because I want to answer everything and earn a badge, right? Just for the heck of it. I don't need any of these badges, but I want to do it so that I know how it is going to be for you when you answer these questions. It's quite good, all these things. So I've already did critical thinking and I got this badge. It is quite a hard exam actually. So, but I'm going to ask all of you to try it out. I'll create some steps for all of these things so that it's easy for you to try these things out. But this is something LinkedIn is introducing brand new. And I thought as a company, we should take advantage of all these skill badges, because we as a company, we truly believe in skills. We don't believe in going to reading some thousands of books and getting some world knowledge. We want to attack each skill and we want to finish each skill. Okay, so So what I did, I just looked what are all the skills that we need to do. Okay, so basically it is here. It's all hidden. I'm not able to even find where this skill was hiding. But let's say the skill, where is skill? Yeah, here, skills and endorsement. Take a skill quiz. Click on take a skill quiz. And when you look at it, you will go crazy because there are so many of them, right? So it's very difficult. So if you click here and say critical, you will get, oh, this critical thinking is not even coming here. Okay, maybe this is going to come only through, that part, that side. Okay, I'll send you the link so that you can get it. But the reason why I suddenly started teaching you this is you can now, get yourself skilled up on Microsoft Outlook. You see here. So Microsoft Outlook assessment. So people who've been using this can take the assessment, and this Outlook can become your skill. So you can basically do an assessment for skill. You can do an assessment for, Outlook, Excel, PowerPoint, calendar, everything, you can become an expert, very quickly. So I just wanted to, quickly tell you that. All right, guys, we got the last 10 minutes and I want to hand it over to Jean-Marie and Bahana just to discuss the current customer. One of the biggest problems that we are starting to face is we have to hold on to our clients and we have to, get more jobs from our clients. Some of these guys can give us hundreds of jobs, but we are not really, doing a great job yet. And it's really important that we start doing, something. So I wanted to quickly, hand over the floor to maybe Jean-Marie. Do you want to go first to talk about Fryer? I can project.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for the chance, Anis. And I read the message yesterday. It was very critical and something that we supposed to work on just quickly to make change. I mean quickly, because I've been doing this maybe behind the scene, trying to organize some meetings with the people that are working with Frey, sometimes physically and sometimes even virtual, using the Zoom, trying to ask everyone, why can't we prioritize where we are getting bread? Because sometimes it's, sometimes even I am ashamed on my side. And I'm really happy the way you are bringing it on before even the client raise. And I can be brief on this because I've already talked much with the team whom we are engaged with the Frey, because it's all on our hands.
Yeah.
If it's to build, if it's to destroy, it's all in our hands. But we are not going to allow destroying.
I mean, look at this team, right? Vestine and Patience and Anthony and Priscilla, Nestor. I mean, we really need to, I need to, the client is setting up a review meeting next week on Monday. Okay, I don't remember which one, but I forwarded to the thing. So client has already set up the meeting. So we need to be able to show the client, they have hired 7 people from our, from Step Up, and we need to show them how much value we are adding to them, right? So we need to think about it. It's so easy to win more clients from Fryer, because they already tasted our work. They're already tasting our results, but we are not showcasing our own results every week, right? I think that's the most important thing. We have to showcase our work every week, guys. I think, and it's all there. It's here right in front of you. This is what I want you to showcase. You just take a copy of this and showcase every week.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
that,
Yes, hello?
yes, yes.
Yeah, typically, like for, this is something just very easy, something that when I do it just in maybe less than 5 minutes.
Mhm.
It's just screenshots, what we are seeing, and also take the link, share on the WhatsApp group, maybe have some 2 words.
Mhm.
But again, where there is some challenges that's on our side, because maybe last week I've shared where just take for example one of maybe ED.
Mhm.
It is still the same update. It's still the same. Someone maybe didn't even work for a week or 3 days. How am I going just to present something next week, the same screenshot?
So
instead, I go there, try to push. Sometimes I even myself log into some of the team members' client account, and I found 3 days, 4 days, there is no work done. You understand?
yes.
Yeah, so I'm bringing it here now because, of course, we have to make changes, and I've talked much with them on our previous meeting. Even today we had a meeting.
See, Jean-Marie,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to be very, very, direct with you. You remember I
Yeah,
talked about, caring deeply and challenging directly. We need to care deeply for each other, and we need to also challenge directly so that we don't
Okay.
lose our biggest client. Okay. So if you don't do your job, Jean-Marie, I will not think
Okay.
twice replacing you.
Sure.
Because if you don't do your job as a group leader who's managing the largest client of StepUp.one, I will not
Okay.
think twice replacing you with a team leader who knows how to do the job. And the same way, you should not think twice replacing one of your team members if they don't do their job. I'm not going to ask you why you did that, right?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if I don't, everybody, if I don't do my job of replacing you, and if you don't do your job of replacing your team members who are not working, then the client will replace all of us, which is not something we want, correct? So yes, you can be nice, you can care deeply for your team members once, twice, thrice, but after that you simply let them know that they are replaced, and they can find the next client for themselves, right? Just be brutal about it. We cannot afford to be thrown out by our clients. And I am telling you, not just you, Jean-Marie, any team leader who does not do their job properly, I will replace them. And I'm not, this is the reason I'm going to do that is because I care deeply about the work that we do, and that's why I'm going to do this. Not because I don't like you. I will keep finding more and more work for you. But if the work that you already have is not being done properly, then I will replace you. I think it's really important that we all understand that, right? And one good point you made, Jean-Marie, do not worry about the same update next week. Simply put it out. Okay, simply put it out. I think we should not try to protect the people under us too much. Okay, if we keep protecting them, they will keep doing the same mistake. Correct?
Correct.
So just simply Control C the screenshot, Control V into the client WhatsApp. Let the client know exactly who's working and who's not working. I'm okay with that. I want the reality, the true numbers to be reflected. That's all. No correcting the numbers. Just put the correct numbers and then, do it. Okay. I don't know, some mistakes are here. I guess, we can correct them maybe, Okay, cool. Anyway, we're going to have a nice meeting with a client. It's going to be quite interesting. But look, don't worry, Jean-Marie. This is not the end of the life. Okay, we will get hundreds and hundreds of more clients, but try and do the job to the best of your ability. Okay, that's all I will say. And the most important thing that you have is this dashboard, and this is the fundamental dashboard. My problem is, if we don't even do this fundamental, then how are we going to do the next level and the next level and the next level? You see, this is the first level. We have not even done the first level properly. We have to do more levels, right? We have to add value in those conversations. By now, we should have learned about the client's business as good as the client himself would have known. We should be, engaging with the client. You have to think of this as your own business and try to, add value. And then you will see the amount of value that gets added. Any other ideas that, let's say, Jean-Marie can do other than just, cutting and pasting the screenshot every week? Any other ideas, guys?
Yeah, if I can go first. Yeah, there is a way also we can engage by maybe trying to explain the achievement, even sometimes something that we see.
Okay.
Hello, Anis?
Yes.
Can I come in?
Yes, please.
I think before I talk about my team, I just want to comment on the report systems. I think there is a lot we need to do, within StepUp, especially when it comes to working with our client, our existing client. If you look at even our discussions, we've shifted, in most cases, in most meetings, we are much focused on our own strategy, a StepUp, what are we going to do next, our client, potential more jobs, more and all these things, no strategy, but we are giving less time to our existing client. So it has to start also with, ourselves, The second point, everybody, all the team members, they need to own this, and because this is our own client, this is our own livelihood, and we have to be responsible. And if you want to win more clients, we need to really put in the effort that is required. Just wanted to add on the weekly reporting, because again, it's good to be putting the weekly report, but I was just thinking, since you asked what else can we do different, what else can we add, I was thinking of, as much as we do the static, weekly report, the same message, the same screenshot, just with different numbers, can we maybe be doing now, if you sent 4 screenshots of the same type, at the end of the month, can you try to do a monthly comparison, some sort of analytics, the previous months and the current month, and show the client how much value we've added in this current month? Because throughout the weeks, we've been sending, a weekly update. It's almost the same type of update, but at the end of the month, you try to present some sort of logic, just to show the client that something is going on. I think that's what I just wanted to add. Coming back to the team, my team, to be honest, I think we are, my team members, our team, it's mostly focused on winning clients, the strategy and all these things. We are forgetting that our first priority should be our existing client. The second priority now to be our internal StepUp work, winning more clients, because it doesn't make sense, you are not doing your client work and you are busy hunting for more, sending connections for more clients. You'll get more clients, but again, you lose them, so it's not adding up. For me, it's not making sense. So we really have to, like, I actually didn't want to talk first. As Marie said, there are a lot of gaps with our team members. I wanted maybe to give an opportunity to team members to speak, but since it is a general meeting, because there have been follow-up, we've been having, these internal discussions and see how best we can do this. And again, for let's say a single client, let's say if you're working with one client with one graduate, I think as per our previous discussions, we said let's give some sort of ownership, give some sort of not freedom, but a space, an environment for the graduates to learn. But that's the only way they can also become team leaders, and the team, the group leader or team leader can now come in at the end of the month and at least, give an overall, work, an overall value or improvement on these things. But team leaders are stepping back, and I mean, team members are stepping back. They're just, sending the connections, doing the things, but nobody wants to talk. Nobody wants to come forward and, share how things are going on. Because I'm trying to assume, let's say, if I'm scaling, I have 100 team members. And if these team members are not talking, are not telling me how their work is going on with their client, it's very difficult for me to go into those 100 clients and find what is going on and send a screenshot for 100 people. It's very difficult. So we need to have an internal proper communication mechanism, because team members are not talking, the team leader is also not talking, so it becomes weird, like no one is talking. The client has been there, the group has been there, silence for the last 2-3 months, no one has posted anything, there's no communication going on. Then you ask yourself, I mean, like, what's going on? So yeah, so let's try to prioritize our plan first, because there's a lot they can give to us. They can, recommend, they can refer us to other clients or give us more jobs, because they have the opportunity, they have the space, they have the potential to do that. But if you are not showing the value, then it becomes difficult.
Yeah, no, I think the issue, Bahana, is, I agree with you, right, for each client, right? The problem is the buck, the ultimate responsibility, stops with the group leader, right? Ultimate responsibility, is with the group leader. So if the team leader, let's say you have assigned Kasi or Patience, for, or let's say you have assigned Yasmin for Mike Saxton as a potential team leader, if she does not do the job, okay, of sending the report, then it is your responsibility to pounce and correct it, right? You could replace her as a, if you can give her 2 or 3 shots and see if it is happening. If it is not, then just simply replace her. Or just say, Yasmin is never going to be a team leader. Let her just be a team member and then just do the job, right? Appoint maybe Ahmed, or, appoint somebody else in Mike. Mike Saxton has 3 people, right? He's another very big client. And not only Mike Saxton is one client, Mike Saxton has 1,000 Mike Saxtons in his own company. We should be getting so many more, if we don't do a decent job for one Mike, how are we going to do a decent job for the rest of the people? Right? So the ultimate responsibility for fixing the problem is with you, Bahana. And if you don't fix it, unfortunately, I will have to fix you, or the client will fix all of us.
I agree.
Which is the worst thing. And it has happened many times now. The client has stepped in and fixed all of us many times. So I'm really, really worried about how.
Anis, I also have another suggestion. Can we institutionalize these, having some sort of course correction, with the client at least every 2 months, or, so it becomes a tradition. We know, like, because like after 2 months, then we can get, or 3 months, or I mean, depending on how we agree, we get into a meeting, we review the work, and see how things are going on. So it also helps in terms of maintaining that engagement. Maybe the client will tell us, will give us a new strategy, or maybe he will say, okay, now let's change it, let's do this. Like what I always get with my own personal client, those of Kuram, yeah, they always reach out to me. Hey, there's this video. Can you do this? Can you send and this and this and this? But if we try to do at least a 3 months, quarterly, course correction meeting, with the client, try to review the work, see if the things is working, come up with new strategy and move ahead. So it's also another way of engaging, with the client.
You can do that right away, Bahana, because, I have created, even a meeting for that. In fact, that was the meeting that, so if you look at, the booking page, we've got one meeting just for that actually. So which is basically, if you go to this one, I'll show you. If you go to the booking page, there is one meeting for, initial meeting. The one meeting is progress review. So you can ask your people to click this progress review meeting and set up a meeting with us every 3 months.
Good, fantastic.
Yeah. You can even, send only the progress review meeting with them so that it's easy for them to, do it. So yeah, every 3 months, I'm telling you, just institutionalize with everybody, because especially with Ryan, because Ryan can bring you another 10, 20 jobs. I met him just a couple of days back. He's telling, we should do more, but we have not been taking care of him properly. Kuram, again, we can do more. But how can we ask for more jobs when we are not doing the first job very well? I feel very uncomfortable asking for more when we are not doing the first one properly. Okay, so yeah, please, let's do this, guys. I think, we don't need to send another email or another thing to anybody. If we, within the current clients that we have, we can easily reach the 1,000 jobs mark. Because each of these guys are so powerful. We will not get any more from, let's say, our friend, let's say, from iTax or from IEL, or from, see, these are small companies, some 1-member company, 2-people company, 3-people company, right? You won't get like 100 jobs from 3-people company, correct? But the company that Ryan works for, the company that Kuram works for, the company that Mike Saxon works for, the company that, Richard works for, these are hundreds of millions of dollars of companies. The company that Sheila works for, $1 billion company. They can give us hundreds of jobs if the job that we do is powerful. Right? So we have to identify. So that doesn't mean that the smaller people should be left alone and, we shouldn't take care of them. The smaller people are also, responsible for our business, and, we should treat them equally. But you should remember that the big fish can give us, each one of them could give us easily 100 jobs, and we have to treat them, better. And what I'm thinking, team, is maybe when the existing teams get existing jobs, we can reward the existing team with a second job or even the third job. Because that could be a good mechanism to reward our existing teams. I did not think through this properly, but let's say if Fryer is giving, another 10 jobs, instead of bringing 10 new people, we can try to give, 7 jobs to the existing 7 people first. So they have a second job, and then bring the next set of people. I'm just thinking aloud here, guys, because I want a reward mechanism for the people who work really hard for their existing client, right? Think about it. Think about it.
Hey, Anis.
Yes.
Yes, if I can little bit come in, since I'm part of the FRI team.
Yes.
As Jean-Marie's team, we understand how crucial it is to give back to the client, because that's what they expect from us, as we also expect them to give us jobs. They also expect results, and the quality results and the better results. So what Bahana was saying before is very crucial too, that sometimes having discussion meetings with the client also is very important. Trying not only giving them the updates on how the job is going, but also try to engage them on how things are going, on how the job is going. Because, for example, if I can take an example, like the job that I've been working with the FRIA, FRIA is what you've also brought is very crucial, because under FRIA, the job we work is not like, I can say, it's not like the other jobs. Yes, for example, I do selling, but with FRIA, it's different. It's different because it's a fast company, and with the MOU you signed, we are not paid the same as compared to the others. So I think what you're bringing on board, it's also very important. For example, like myself, I do the normal job, but now the client does not, for example, I'm not supposed to send the second message. Like they set a given team on their side that works on the second message. So my work, when I send the clients connect back, I have to identify every client's name, identify where they are, identify the date which they connected in, and have them typed manually into the dashboard. And then the next team which they set aside, then work on that to deal with the second message. So it's kind of a huge work, but again, when you look at it's a selling job, but now the payment is different compared to the other jobs. So if we can have such kind of an approach also, like rewarding us with another job, it can also be a motivating factor in another way. So I think
I think sorry, Nestor, very good point. I think there are two big mistakes we have done. We should never do anything extra like this, for any client from now onwards. It's a huge mistake. This thing that you have doing like this is a huge mistake, and it's something that maybe I have overlooked, but I will not let this mistake happen for any other client, and I'm going to try and stop this mistake, even with this client, because this is too much work, and I don't want any of my people to do so much of work. Creating all these copy paste, is nonsense. Actually, this needs to stop immediately. The second thing about the $100 versus $200, it's quite unfortunate, but because they were our first clients, and this is how we agreed with them, it is continuing this way. I'll need to see how it can be changed. Let me think about it, right? Okay, so yeah, we'll worry about it. But thanks, Nestor, for bringing this to my attention. But whatever it is, Nestor, we doing this is our duty. Whether the client gives us a second job or the third job, as long as the client pay us, it is our fundamental duty to do our job, right?
So
we cannot move away from the duty. It is so important and so fundamental. We can keep raising issues, but we have to do the work. Yeah, but you have given me some problem to solve. I will solve this immediately.
Sure.
Okay, so let's institutionalize this every 3-month meeting. All the team group leaders, please send the link and ask them to set up a meeting with every one of your clients, so that we can start meeting all your clients once again and rev it up. Let's rev it up, and let's ask in the same meeting. We'll ask for more thing. The only thing that I require for doing this meeting is a fully updated dashboard, right? and also some kind of a comparative study, like Bahana has said, like where did we start with you and where are we now? I think month on month comparison is also good, but even a comparison between where we started and where we are today is going to be huge, basically. Okay, so think about that, and we will do that. We'll do this review meeting with everybody. One last thing, before I leave for this meeting today, I have prepared I told you about the full-time jobs that we have been discussing with the group leaders. So I have come up with a job, thing, something like this. I don't know whether you can read this one. Job, aim, compensation, percentage of. So this is what I have come up with. I will share it with all of you so that you can decide whether this is good or bad and tell me your, ideas. So the job is, onboarding lead for Step Up. The aim of the job is to onboard 1,000 refugees every 3 months. Okay. The responsibility are these. These are the 5 responsibilities for that job. Right. Market the idea, issue them the email, issue them. See, for compensation, I've kept 2 compensation for people. A basic compensation of 5,000 shillings every month, and a percentage of target achievement of 10,000 shillings every month. So basically, let's say this is basically equal to, if somebody achieves 40% of that 1,000, which is, let's say, 400, then they will get equal to, they will get 4,000. If they do let's say 40% achievement, if they achieve 100%, they get 10,000. So basically, so this is what I think, because we are in a bit of a cash crunch problem. This is what we should do. I mean, you can tell me what do you think about it. Even this is going to completely kill us, because we don't know where we're going to get this money from. But once we probably get funded, I will double this money. Right now it is, let's say 15,000 is the maximum money somebody can make. We can take it to 30,000 shillings, or even more than 50,000 shillings once we get funded, by, let's say, some venture capitalists or something like that. But this is what I'm thinking, guys. Let me know whether I'm thinking in the right spirit. Please work with me. Don't work with me like a like a person who's going to do this job, because the person who's going to do this job will always want more money, right? But work with me as somebody, who's going to, make this whole thing successful. We want this thing to be successful, right? So whether this is correct or wrong, that's why I'm sharing with all of you. I can just do this in a quiet corner and come and tell you the result. But I'm sharing this with all of you openly so that we can, do the right thing for making, our initiative, as successful as possible. Any quick comment on this? Basically, this will be the first job that we will do.
To me, I see it as a great job. Yeah, 15,000, it's understandable. It's a good start for somebody who can.
Because I kept this. I kept the initial low just to. It's not low, but it's still low, so that we can reward the person based on how they are able to go. So if somebody achieves 200%, I think we have to give them 20,000. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, why not? Why shouldn't we, reward more achievement? So this is the first job. We should.
Just a question. Anis.
Yes, please. Yeah.
I don't know. These achievements comes in terms of what? Sending those messages or to those maybe 1,000 people in a day, or how does this achievement come about?
Oh no, Burberry. This is basically onboarding. Onboarding meaning, you have to market the idea to all the refugees in Kakuma. You have to onboard them onto the Excel. we have to check their LinkedIn, we have to issue them the email, issue them the HubSpot, and make them work, on a continuous basis. So monitor their work. So one of the
very quick question.
So let me actually make it easy. At least one is onboarding. I think we have to at least 100 clients every month. If we have onboarded 1,000 people and they don't do anything, then I don't think we should reward this person. We have to set a small target of at least 100 clients every month, or at least the first month. Yes, please, Shomari.
Yes, thank you. One question is who are the people to be onboarded? That is one. And previously experience, when we onboard someone, we train him how to get started. We used to, you find yourself as a team leader of that person.
Yeah. So Jean-Marie, yeah. So the existing mechanism will continue. Okay. So this person is just responsible for the process. Okay. So he's not going to be the team leader of the people that he's onboarding. So the people who are going to be onboarding are going to select their own team leaders as a process of the onboarding. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. The previous structure is not going to change at all. The group leader, team member, it's going to be the same.
Can I come in?
Yes, please.
Well, thank you very much, Anis. I think this is a very nice, idea, and I'm glad that we are now materializing it. But again, it also comes with big challenges that maybe we may not have time to discuss, about right now, because we are actually, running out of time. Because the first question, I remember, I also wanted to take this opportunity to flag that even though we are coming up with this, incredible initiative, team leaders should not forget that we agreed that every Sunday we are having some onboarding. So let's keep mobilizing as we come up with this new initiative, because we have a target to have at least 1,000 graduates by the end of this year within Step Up. Whether we have this new strategy or not. So please, the new incoming team leaders should keep on mobilizing and bringing in new people for the photo click and all these things, and we have got resources for that. My comment on this is that I think we need to have to put it very clear, Anis, because we are facing the same problem. My team leaders can attest this. The question you are being asked, okay, now I'm going to join, but how do I do these things? How do I send the connections? Where do I do this? I have a plea, if you can continue following up with the UNHCR folks on, we were discussing about the centers. I think it makes it easier because, as you can see from even the turnout of the meetings, we are more than 200 people in Step Up right now. But if you look at how many are able to attend the meeting, it's very difficult. Some don't have access to internet, some don't have access to gadget. But if we have these initial discussions that we had of having some centers and the request, we don't need to buy gadgets, we don't need to buy electricity, we don't need to do these things. We use existing infrastructure, and I'm sure UNHCR and other stakeholders can facilitate that. That is going to ease this onboarding process as well, because onboarding the new graduate, it's easier, but how would they be sending the first connections? How will they be reaching out to potential clients? Where will they do the process? Because there are restrictions with mobile phone. There are things you cannot do with the mobile phone alone, so it becomes very, very challenging. We'll bring in new people, but if you don't have, an enabling environment for these people to keep doing the work, becomes again, challenging for these guys. Because I receive those complaints, those feedback from the team leaders that they brought in people, but the people are not able to continue from where they left because of these limitations. But they're all willing to do the work, to be part of this, amazing initiative. But we cannot, deny these challenges, but we need to work a step up. We need to find ways. We need to work with existing ecosystem with people who can support this. Yeah, thank you very much.
Look, Bahana, very true. Which is why, see, if somebody is going to do this as a full-time role, right? He will eventually, maybe not today, but let's say a year from today, he should make at least 50,000 shillings every month. Okay, eventually in a year from now, because he's specialized in his job and he's adding a lot more than 1,000 a month, basically, right? So we can basically just reduce the workload for that person with just one job. Okay, the client job, just one client job, basic client job, and then or even we can remove that one client job from that person. Okay, when he is able to make more money, like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, we can remove the client also from him or her, right? But this role requires somebody to play a very active role in Kakuma, right? Ideally, it should be we'll start with one person, but slowly we can even increase the number of people doing this job. Yes, Samuel.
Good afternoon. Are you getting me right?
Yes.
For me, I have a small input about the new graduate because I've seen a lot of challenges when it comes to the recruitment of new graduates because first of all, we are targeting 1,000 new graduates, but we still don't have the assets which will support those 1,000 graduates. We have some people might be willing to join, and maybe they have some small potentials, but they need some capacity building to go through so that maybe they must be qualified to this kind of online job opportunities. And I find that we have a program like HubSpot which doesn't work well when using a smartphone. You need to use a computer. And at the end, we realize some people have been assigned clients, but how will they connect with those clients? It's very hard because there is no equipment which helps them to access or to which facilitates them to do so. So on my suggestion, I was thinking if we can maybe develop another way of mobilizing new graduates. First of all, because SEBAP at this stage it doesn't have a lot of equipment and it doesn't have resources to manage all the graduates. Instead of having thousands in terms of leads which we can submit as a report, and those thousands will not respond to the target, maybe for monthly target or maybe quarterly target, they will not reach. It is better to have a less number of people who are committed and who are taking actions where it is needed and when it is needed.
Okay, thank you, Samuel. Let me repeat it quickly and I'll close this immediately. See, Samuel, you think less number of people, if they, so, if we have, if we just have 100 people and get 100 jobs, then it's good. All I'm saying is that's not good. We should have not 1,000, we should have 10,000 people, okay, working every day. And this is the only way we can get hundreds and thousands and thousands and 10,000s of jobs. The smaller the number who are hunting for jobs, we will keep. If we have only 100 people hunting for jobs, we will only keep getting 1 or 2 jobs a month. If we have 1,000 people hunting for a job, we will get 10, 20 jobs a month. If we have 10,000 people hunting for a job, we will have 100 jobs every month. Okay. The problem is smaller doesn't mean that all the people are going to get job.
No, what I meant is not like that, but what I meant was, yeah, it is better to, because this is an opportunity of employability for the refugees. So what I meant was, yes, we need those 1,000 youth to be engaged. But how do we support those 1,000 youth to get those jobs? That is now the matter. Because
Samuel, just let me ask you, they have to go figure it out themselves until a time that comes when we can concretely support them. I'm not saying we will not concretely support them. Today, we can't concretely support them. We can't give them laptops. We can't give them, so many things, but we are giving something. So they also have to find ways and means to support themselves. Okay. And trust me, so far we have, we just started supporting internet just, 3 months ago, right? For the last 3 years, we never supported anybody with anything. They all find their own way. So let us hope that people are able to, support themselves. If not, that's okay. That's okay. We can't force somebody, or, we can only give what we have, right? We can only give what we have. We can't give something that we don't have. So no point in saying, that is a problem. Yes, we know that is a problem. Does anybody know a way to solve it? If there is a way, we will work on it. If there is no way, we have to work around it. There's nothing we can do about it. I am painfully aware that infrastructure is a huge problem. I know that. Yes, Jackson, what do you have to say?
Thank you, Anis, for the opportunity. But what I had is like an idea is because me personally, I started that bringing people on board, but I realized there is a very great constraints. Instead, this is a suggestion. Instead of bringing like 100 per month, let it be 50, depending on the constraints. Like number one, it's kind of awareness. Here you need transportation. Here you need perhaps airtime to communicate. Here you need internet. Here you need, you also need lunch. So at least regarding on the with the constraints or the challenges that we're encountering, depending with the place where we are living, at least instead of 100 people, let them be 50. So that is my idea. Because
Thanks,
yes.
No, thanks, Jackson. See, my problem is, why should we think on behalf of the people that we are on board? Let the people decide whether they can do or not.
Yes, Anis, you are right. But remember, I have 20. I shared this with you.
Mm-hmm.
So majority of them come with the questions like, how do you do this? This needs time. This needs some internet to at least show them how it started. They should have a clue. You can't just tell them come and join without proving where they are going.
No, I understand, Jackson. All I'm saying is, who are we to decide whether it should be only 20 people who will have internet? Because each and every one should have their own way to figure it out. Why should we restrict from our side? Let them. Our job is to, take the message and put in front of them. If they find out a way, they join the team. If they don't find out a way, they don't join the team.
In fact, I'm not talking on behalf of the people that we are bringing on board. I'm talking on behalf of the people who are creating the awareness. I don't know if I was not well understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean, look, you're saying, instead of 1 to 100, but don't worry about that, Jackson. That is why we are trying to create these, more permanent roles, which will help them with all these, checking the LinkedIn, checking the email, checking the HubSpot. and it is really should become much more streamlined. So don't worry about these numbers, 20 or 100. Doesn't matter at all. Actually, doesn't matter. One day you could be doing much more than any of these numbers, but right now it doesn't really matter, because it is not, so your responsibility is to put the message. We have more than 300 people to help them when they have a doubt. Are you saying that you are the only person who's solving everybody's doubt? Right? Everybody is asking some kind of a doubt, and somebody is coming to the solution and teaching them. So don't worry about, if you onboard somebody, you should be the only person to teach them. No. If I worry about that, how I will meet? I'm talking to 300, 400 people every day, right? I'm not worried, and you should not be worried. I didn't think when we started this, only 3 people are going to help the remaining people. All 300 of you are going to help every new person we bring on board. Yes, Jackson.
Thank you, Mr. Anis. Okay. This is my last suggestion.
Yes.
I believe to make this successfully, there should be a division of labor. What do I mean here? I mean, like, if I mobilize, bring people on board, there should be a team to do the processing, like creating the account and so on. So I think that will make it more easier than giving the load to one single person.
Yes. In fact, our vision is nobody should help these graduates. Okay. The only person who needs to help all the graduates who are joining is our step-by-step guide. If somebody does not know how to follow the step-by-step guide, then we should not be taking them into StepUp.1.
Hi, Anis.
Yes, Nestor.
Yes, for me, I was saying something I wanted to comment is that I understand many members or team members or new graduates who are coming in StepUp1, some of them come with a lot of expectations. When they hear about StepUp1, that you are able to get a job, that you are able to work and at least do something, they have a lot of expectations. Others think like when they join today, they get a job tomorrow. So those are kind of expectations. When that does not happen, takes time, then out of patience, then those are kind of things that sometimes they happen. But I think the idea of bringing in the onboarding, somebody who is employed, somebody who is there now to do the job of onboarding, I think, for example, if I find new graduates who are willing to join StepUp, then I'm able to, like 10 or 20, I'm able to forward them to the guy. Then the other one also, if he or she has 2 or 3, then he's able to forward them to the guy. Then his or her work is just to guide them after he goes through them, he works with them into that process, then they are well and good, then they find their way to their team leaders. No. So I think if we have such kind of approach, maybe it can help us reduce some of it.
Nestor, this feedback has been given to us. So which is why every time we invite a new graduate, we send this message to them where we do something called expectation management. So this last paragraph is only expectation management. It takes 2 weeks to learn, 12 weeks to get a job. But this actually depends on how fast you execute the steps and how consistent you are, in contacting them. Some get their jobs in 2 weeks and some take 3 months. You need a laptop, you need access to computer, and you need internet to execute the first, one time. Then you can use your mobile phone. So we are doing a lot of expectation management in the first message we send to everybody.
Sure.
Okay. So guys, I think, today we have really overshot our time, but it's amazing, that you guys have still the enthusiasm and thing to ask all these questions. I can be here for another 5 hours. Okay. Because I really think, we are going in the right direction.
With me too.
Yes.
Hello, Anis.
Yes.
I know team has gone, people are exhausted. I'm sorry, I just have a request.
Yes.
Thank you very much, members who've participated, and to those who do not manage, maybe next time God should enable them also to participate. And Sir Anis, I have a request. Please, I've been idling on my account there for lacking what to do on my account due to lack of contacts. Could anyone help me, or any leader who's having some contacts, please? I've spent a good week without having contacts.
Sorry for that. It's my mistake. I think, because of this new strategy, I'm trying to, make up our mind. We have all the contacts ready. It can be given to everybody quickly in one click of a button. But I'm breaking my head, how to do this emailing thing. And that is why, it has got delayed. But don't worry, I'll definitely get it out to you guys in the next couple of hours.
Asante.
Cool. All right, everybody. I think it's been a long day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.